it's time to decide what my next type will be. For Xavier, the bug and poison type specialist of Insurgence gym leaders. And that's going to be pretty interesting. But honestly, what I think the real threat's going to be with this episode, too, is I'm pretty sure we'll have our second rival fight against Nora, where she actually uses her Celebi. And that makes me worried. So, hopefully we get a pretty good type. Let's see. I have been chosen by the birds.
What's going on YouTube? My name is Dogman the Hero, and welcome back to my Pokemon Insurgence Type Switcher Nuzlocke. Last episode was pretty fun with our Dragon Boys, but this episode, as you saw in the intro, we have been chosen by the birds. Which is a little bit ironic, because I don't actually think we're going to be using that many birds. I want that TM, but I don't think we get strength until later. And I'm pretty sure, I might want to double check the wiki, that our first encounter will be right in here. Our first flying type. I also want to... I'm torn on including Pokemon that will become flying type, because regular Charmander is actually a potential encounter we could get later. And, I mean, you know I might just... I gotta pick my boy. Alright, but I'm gonna find our very first encounter, which should be a Zubat, and I will be back once I do that. Alright, we are back, and we actually ended up having to backtrack to Midna Town. I thought it would be Zubat. I forgot Woobat actually does spawn in this cave. So... that's a little unfortunate. Hopefully we'll just be able to snag it in a ball so we can actually... We're gonna have to do quite a bit of grinding. I keep confused by Unreaper. I might need to use that to whittle this thing's HP down. I can't hit it. I'll fail the encounter if I do. Okay, maybe that'll do it. It is only a Woobat, so it's not gonna be having like an insane capture rate or anything. But I don't want to use like the Great Ball or the... Oh, we got it. Okay. Yeah, we'll name you. Our first proper Pokemon, or flying type. You know what? I'm naming you Yippee, because he's just a happy little guy, and I wouldn't punt him on his birthday. But that does officially mean that because of how we're running this system, we gotta box these two, which is, I am gonna take that leftovers, and I'll take the spell tag as well. I don't think any of our ghosts will be getting... Oh, can't give that to Yippee though. So yeah, so we've got our one Pokemon. Now there is another trainer. There is another option to get Zubat, so I'm not too worried, but it doesn't mean we're gonna have to do more grinding for it. So I'm gonna backtrack again to go get the Zubat, and I will be back. Alright, and we have got our Zubat. I'm gonna use Gus. I don't want to risk the confusion. It is only a Zubat. I am gonna snag this one in the Dusk Ball just to guarantee that we capture it. Woohoo! And I'm just gonna go real classic with our, or no, we'll go a bit more nuanced, but yeah. Now there is actually one more encounter we can pick up, but I gotta go double check where we get the old route before we can do that. Alright. Sorry if the recording looks a bit different. I accidentally moved the tab while I was checking the wiki somehow. But we have found our next encounter, a Magikarp, and we do have to be a little bit cautious because this thing does have tackle, but it is from a Magikarp. I'm figuring we hit it once, throw the Great Ball, it'll probably catch. Yep, there it is. Now I am pretty sure... Okay, I could backtrack to go get a Caterpie, but I just don't think Butterfree would be very useful. I think we've got better options. So unless we lose a Pokemon, I'm not going to backtrack to get a Butterfree. Ugh. I always get a lump in my throat when I start recording. We're going to name you Powerhouse. I'm horrible at coming up with names. Now, I'm going to do something that might technically be cheating, and I'm just now realizing I don't think I did my intro properly, but it's fine. I'll just say it now. If you do end up liking this video, be sure to consider liking and or subscribing, as it does help me out a huge amount. And also consider answering the comment question, which for this episode is, what is your favorite flying type? I'm hoping to not have them all be like that. I want to come up with more original questions, but I have a college assignment, actually a couple, that's taking up most of my creativity at the moment. So yeah. Oh, I won't even have to change the color on this one. Flying. But I am going to do a quick bout of Youngster Joey grinding, just to get the team leveled up a bit, get Magikarp and Zubat evolved, and get them some useful moves. We did, because we now have access to Surf, we were able to pick up the TM here in town, which is Brine, which should be pretty helpful for Gyarados, assuming that it learns it. So I'm going to pause, do that real quick, and then we will be back. And I kind of don't want to update the layout until I've got all this. Alright, we are back. And I have got the squad leveled up. I'm hoping not to have to do too much more Youngster Joey grinding, because sorry, lump in my throat again. But as you saw when we opened the team, we actually have an extra team member, a Pokemon I completely forgot we could get. But I want to take a look at everyone. So we got Bruce here. He's looking pretty good. We've got Confuse Ray and Wing Attack now, should be pretty helpful. And then we still got a Sonic hanging for now. I want to try to find another move to replace that with. Maybe I should just replace it with Return, but we'll see. Then we've got Powerhouse, who fight needs to go up here. Is just going to be incredible, especially with Intimidate. Hopefully with the leftovers, he'll be how we take out Celebi. Then we got Yippee. He's still just hanging around, still being adorable. Not too much change here. And then our newest member, and I also forgot, now that we have beaten the first gym, Insurgence gives us, because we actually are playing with the default Nuzlocke setting, Nuzlocke balls, which are, to my understanding, basically Ultra Balls, but you get them sooner. So they're going to be really helpful, and they're cheaper. So we have Stall Leaf here, the Skip Bloom, originally Hoppip, caught on Route 1. And at the moment we're running Bullet Seed, Poison Powder Synthesis, and Fairy Wind. The plan is actually Leech Seed, because the whole thing about this thing is hopefully it'll just be able to sit on the field, set up status, status. Why did I pronounce it like that? And just as the name implies, stall everything out. We won't be able to poison most of the gym leaders' Pokemon because they are poison type, but hopefully it'll still be able to do quite a bit of good. But now it's actually time. I kind of want to try to skip. We're technically under leveled still because the trainers' Pokemon on this route I think are around the high 20s, or they're like 23 and such. So I'm actually going to try to skip a lot of them, because I want to head directly over, and I gotta actually, I'm going to pull up the wiki, because there is one final Pokemon that we can get before we have to do the fight I really don't want to do. And I'm going to be completely honest, it is a Charmander in a hidden grotto, which makes it one of those, like, technically situations where it's only going to be able, if I don't want to be completely over leveled, which I might have to be to beat Nora, we'll see. Where is the hidden grotto though? I always forget when I'm on this route where it's actually at. Yeah, we might have to be like completely over leveled to be able to stand a chance at beating Nora, but there is, I'm trying, because I know it's here somewhere. There it is. So I'm gonna save right in front of this hidden grotto, and I'm just gonna reset until I get the Charmander. I don't think there's any other possible encounters. If there are, I'll be completely honest and get that one instead. I'll bring the wiki back up once I have paused recording to double check. But we are gonna reset this until we get our Charmander. Finally! Oh my god, guys, that took like an hour. And Insurgence is not an easy game to reset when you're doing something like this. You basically have to close the whole game out and try again. But we found him. My boy. And he's level 10. Oh, we're gonna have to do so much more grinding. Please, buddy. It's been a... He knows. He knows. He wanted to be with me. I'm naming you. I'm naming you buddy. Because you are. You're my buddy. You're my number one. I'm so excited to get to use Charmander. Like, not even gonna lie, you'll probably see it reflected on the layout during the switch. He's going front of the party. And then I guess we'll put Bruce back here, and yeah, Yippee. But yeah, so this is actually a pretty type-diverse team. I'm actually really excited to use all these guys. Oh, and a special attack boosting nature. Defense lowering might, or no. Because our main threat this, and we can, I think, just head right there. I'm gonna be very careful. Okay, whew. So this is the town where we might fight. And I can show you why. Before we pause and I go do even more grinding. I'm just gonna save in case I trigger it accidentally. Yeah, this bridge here. This is the bridge that might kill us. Because that is where we are going to have to fight, Nora again. And she... Oh yeah, this is her house. She's got Celebi. And she gets to use it in this fight. And that's, you know, terrifying. Especially because I'm pretty sure it has ancient power. So, that'll help. That'll definitely help. I don't know if anyone we have can learn it, but that'll definitely help. Hold up, I need to check the wiki on this real quick. Okay, so it turns out this is a Meryl egg. And I actually think that could be pretty helpful, so I am gonna buy it. That's another thing we need money for. Secret base. We can get one in this town. And it will let us grind without over-leveling, our buddy Reaper. Which, Reaper's probably about to evolve, because I need to do just a bit more Youngster Joey grinding. I'm just gonna get Charmander up to level 20. Just gonna get him up to level 20 so that we can go grind on the route. And I will be back when it is time to do the thing that I kind of don't want to do, which is battle Nora. Alright, we are back. And as you can see, I went ahead and got the squad basically all up to level 30. I figured that would be the best strategy, as Nora's... Actually, let me bring up the wiki on my phone real quick. Nora's highest level Pokemon is her Celebi at 28, and given that it is a Celebi after all, I figured it was more than acceptable to be just a little bit over leveled. So let me bring up, because I want to look at her team. I'm pretty sure she leads with her Honedge, which shouldn't be any issue. Gotta go to normal difficulty if I chose to Charmander. Yeah, most of her team should be pretty easy with the squad as it exists now. We've got Buddy. I decided to keep Ember instead of picking up Fire Fang. I figure we'll use Flame Charge for the physical coverage, and Ember to lead towards the highest stat. I don't really know what the effect of that is, if Flame Charge is technically still stronger, but I think Flame Charge is a better option than Fire Fang. We've also got Dragon Range to help us deal some set amount of damage, and Smokescreen if we feel like we need to get a little bit degenerate. Then we got Powerhouse. He really didn't change much. Bite, Leer, Return, Brine. Bruce learned Poison Fang, which is going to be a big help against Nora's Floette, which I think is her second highest, tied with her Johto starter. Yeah. Then we got Stall Leaf, swapped out Bullet Seed for Mega Drain, and we finally learned Leech Seed. So this thing's going to live up to its name. Hopefully it just cannot die. And then Yippee, who could learn Charge Beam, which might be a little bit less important now that we have Calm Mind as well. But Honestly, Yippee could do quite a bit of carrying during the gym. And again, you can tell I'm nervous because I have like that nervous twitch of just hitting the save button. But, well, here goes everything. This could be the run. Okay. Yeah, Nora. Yeah, how about we battle, fun battle with legendaries. I don't have a legendary, though. Okay, I think we actually want to set up some speed here, so I'm going to go for Flame Charge. Because I don't know what she's going to bring in next, but hopefully, if it's anything other than her... Oh, yep, there it is. Alright, here it is. I was really hoping she'd save this for end. So, Celebi has Safeguard, Heal Bell, Magical Leaf, and Ancient Power. It just takes my whole team with Ancient Power. Or it very well could. Hopefully Buddy can tank a hit from an Ancient Power. And we're gonna go for a Smoke Screen. Because it's only got the 5 PP. Okay. That is legitimately huge. Do we go for it again, or just leave the 1 accuracy drop? I think we go until we get hit. We just gotta, even if it's risky Buddy. Okay. With half accuracy, I'm gonna pivot into Powerhouse. We've burned 2 Ancient Powers. There goes another. Oh, fuck. That's bad. Okay, she went for Magical Leap. Why'd she go for Magical Leap? I don't know if we tank another. The fact that she got the Omni Boost is very concerning. But if she keeps going for Magical Leap, we might be able to whittle her down with Bite and then just heal a lot. I don't like using so many potions, but honestly, I'd prefer to not lose team members if I can avoid it. I don't know why she's not going for Ancient Power. You would think it would be the better move. Okay. We gotta be degenerate and go for 1 more potion. I really just want to avoid losing team members. What? What? She swapped! That's so bad. Okay, we're gonna... Actually, we'll give this kill to Yippee. See, I wish I had a Pokemon to protect. That would have just been fantastic for dealing with her Celebi. Okay, for Quilava, we'll go back into Powerhouse. We should be able to take it out with just like a couple of blinds. Like I said, Celebi was the real big threat here, so I'm glad to... Well, actually, we don't quite have it out of the way yet. Okay, she's bringing it back. I think we stick in with Powerhouse. We can tank a hit, even if it's from an Ancient Power. We outspeed. Okay. I don't like... I feel, it was a bit degenerate healing as much as I did, but like... What is it again? Ice Fang? Oh, yes. I was saving Leer in case we needed to load that thing's stats, but give me Ice Fang. And then against Floette, we go into Bruce. Okay. That was the fight I was really concerned about. I had to use a lot of super potions. Maybe if this isn't a hardcore one, so I don't feel so guilty for it. But, I think it's... I shouldn't have fully closed the wiki on my phone because I want to check and see if we have another encounter. Yeah, that was intense. If it wasn't for the fact that Gyarados was one of our encounters, that might have been a wipe. I'm not sure if anything else could have taken 2 hits from that thing. Whew. Oh, and I just nervously saved again, so hopefully the recording doesn't screw up. But let me get the wiki back up on my phone to see if we can check for... Because one thing that's really nice... I guess we're going into this first time. I think I might... Yeah, I think the secret base is 5,000, and I really want to pick that up. So we might need to go do some secret base manager. So the reason we want the secret base is it makes grinding a lot easier. But yeah, we currently don't have the 5,000 that we would need. Let's go heal, because I don't want to risk Buddy. And I realized I maybe didn't explain why I'm allowing Buddy to be on the team, even though he's not flying yet. Since he will be reasonably evolved by the time we face the gym leader, I'm planning to have the team at 36 when we go in, and I think his highest level team member is actually 35 with his Mega Beedrill. I'll have to double check. Oh, we're actually guaranteed to encounter a duo on this next route. That's nice. But because he will be evolved by then, I'm allowing it. So say, oh, gee. Okay, that's actually great for Stolly. We're gonna give that to him right away. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so say in the little, transition cave into, between Suntouch City. That's helpful. There is a opportunity to get Dratini if you have the Super Rod. I wouldn't allow Dratini because we wouldn't have it evolve into Dragonite. Right. We actually have to surf out of this town. We wouldn't have it evolved into Dragonite by the time we face the gym leader. But since it is reasonable that we'd evolve it, I really hope we get water at some point so we can use Mudkip. That'd be so fun. What is in the Hidden Grotto on this route? Squirtle, Poliwhirl, Pampor, Delta Sucker. Oh, so we could get Doduo or get a... There should be a free spawn of... Oops. Hopefully this isn't a big deal. But there should be a free spawn of, Fearow, like a guaranteed spawn somewhere on this route. Maybe we go pick that up. Was that a Jigglypuff? Oh, nope, that is not a Jigglypuff. I can't read, apparently. Those are the sorts of mistakes I gotta stop having, because those will get you in Nuzlocke. Yeah, we'll just keep swapping them. But yeah, so we could either get Doduo, or there's a guaranteed Fearow spawn. I actually kind of think I want the Doduo. I think it'll just be... Because it should evolve by the time we face the gym, and I think it might just be slightly more helpful. So let's get that encounter real quick. Cyndaquil. Fire would be pretty cool at some point as well. Maybe not next. After this episode, we've actually got quite a terrifying... oh, the guaranteed Fearow's right there. Let's just fucking get it then. Here is our encounter, boy. And honestly, Fearow is a pretty good Pokemon. An underrated Gen 1 gem. Ooh, don't like that I burned it. I'm gonna be using a lot of these Nuzlocke balls. So, the guaranteed Spearow in Gen 2 is named Kenya. I can't think of any nicknames that go alongside that. God, I'm horrible at nicknames. Give me a second to think of something. Alright, I thought of something. We're gonna call you Bird Satan because, you know, oh, we got a good flying type move to teach some of the squad. But you know, you got Jesus, and yeah, we just have Jesus. I pause at the weirdest moments sometimes. But you got Bird Jesus from Twitch Plays Pokemon, which was a member of the Pidgey line, and the Fearow line is their counterpart. So, Bird Jesus, Bird Satan. Makes sense to me. Let's take a look at you. Neutral nature, and we definitely take that. Aerial Ace, always nice to have a move that just cannot miss. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think too much more importance happens before we get to pop down and take on the next gym. So I'm gonna pause recording, do a bit of grinding, get the team trained up, and I will be back when the next thing of importance happens. Alright, we are back. A little bit early because I actually did forget something important I wanted to include in the episode. So we've made it to the next town, but I did backtrack and buy the secret base. And, no, right, it's a key item. We have to register it. We'll just put it on the E key for now. So, with the secret base, the reason that it's so important is we can go functions, level trainer. We have just enough to do this, which is great. Means we can't get what I looked up to see a Togepi egg in this town, but honestly, that's fine. Then we go back, place items, and we can just place the level trainer right here. And this person will give us, will let us train against Autonos, so we don't have to do the Youngster Joey thing. Now, yes, it does cost money, so I might still do that a little bit if we're low on money, but it's just a way easier method of grinding, and why I think, Jesus, I forget how big these secret bases actually are. And actually, I think there's, yeah, we have a secret garden back here with types of it. Oh, poison types. Yeah, this is totally an encounter then, if I ever roll poison. That's awesome. I don't know what spawns back there, but that could be very interesting. And oh yeah, we can open up our box from here. Oh yeah, Reaper did evolve over the course of some Youngster Joey training, which I did just a bit, I think, on Stall Leaf, because it was a bit painful at first to train it on the route. But yeah, I guess there is one more thing that we can hit, which is a bit of a story thing. So when we come talk to Damien up here before heading to the gym, you know, regular conversation, but he mentions that he knows that Nora and I have Mew and Celebrate, or Nora and us, I should say, in front of an Abyssal Cult person, which is what's going to make the next episode so interesting, because after we beat the gym, Damien's going to get kidnapped by the Abyssal Cult, who want us to give them Mew. So we got to save him. So in the next episode, we've got a ton of stuff with the Abyssal Cult, a ton of stuff with the, I forget what they're actually called, the Sky Cult. I think they might just straight up be the Sky Cult. The gym leader, and I'm going to end that episode fighting Rayquaza instead of fighting the gym leader, because I don't think we get the option to leave and change our team after we beat the gym leader. So, yeah, next episode's going to be fun. I don't think there's any, like, hidden items or such in these trees. There was a hidden rare candy in one of them. Oh, no. Hidden TM for Frost Breath. I don't think anyone can learn that, but that would be potentially helpful. Yeah, no. Nobody could. Yeah, I think it's this house with the guy that has, I don't know. This is a different house. But yeah, one thing I've learned in this game is basically go to every house and talk to everybody, because, oh yeah, it's this house. So we come up here, I don't know, is it you? No, you gave me the heavy ball. I think it's this house then. Come up here, and yeah, this guy will sell us a Togepi egg. So if we roll Fairy, I'm not going to use it right now because I don't know where to get a Shiny Stone, and going into the Poison and Bug Gym Leader with a Fairy type would be not great. Trade my Sneasel for a Floette. That could be helpful if we roll Ice. And honestly, Ice would be a crazy roll. Ice or Electric would be awesome to roll for next episode. Anyway, yeah. I just wanted to show that. I'm going to go grind against the gym trainers and some wild Pokemon, get the team leveled up to where I want them to be, and then we will be back when it's time to take on the gym leader. Alright, we are back, and I've got the squad leveled up. Bruce and Yippee are now fully evolved, which means we have a fully evolved squad. Few team changes. Powerhouse learned Aqua Tail during the grinding. We got Flame Burst rather than Ember, which I think is going to be a real help. Bruce, no changes. Solid, no changes. Yippee got Air Slash and... Or no, I think it already had Calm Mind, but Air Slash is going to be a huge help. And Bird Satan's honestly probably the weak link on the team, just because we've had him the shortest amount of time. But I really don't think there's any more stalling, so let's get into this. Alright, Xavier, I've been prepping for you. I know he leads with the most powerful Pokemon, Shuckle. So, this thing, I'm pretty sure its job is to set up Sticky Web, which I don't think is going to affect my team because we're all flying types. I don't think any entry hazards are going to be a concern. Okay. Beedrill immediately. I really thought there'd be a bit more time. I think Bruce... Let me check this thing's moveset, actually. I have the wiki open on both my phone and my computer. Okay, so it's got Bug Bite, Poison Jab, Aerial Ace, and Knockoff. I think Bruce is the way to go here. Because Bruce got Acrobatics. Which I don't know if that happened before or after the pause. This thing's gonna Mega Evolve. But I think it's Gen 6 mechanics, so it doesn't get the speed boost until afterwards. Ooh. Okay. Good. Okay, we took it out in one hit. Maybe going 36 was over-leveling a bit. But honestly, getting that out as soon as we did is a major help. I think we're going to go into Bird Satan against the Haunter just because it can't hit us with its Ghost type moves. Okay, that's a one-shot as well. The thing about honestly, my team is pretty busted, all things considered. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the Celebi was the big threat. Krogunk, I think we go to Yippee for. We have Quad Effective Confusion. I think we'll just take it out immediately. And this thing's actually really fast. Yeah, my team is really fast and hits pretty hard. Tentacruel. Honestly, I think we stay in with Yippee. I think Yippee's got this. I think we go for Confusion. Did less than I would like. I think we're gonna... If we go for a Calm Mind, I think we'll be good. Maybe that's a bit risky with the Toxic Poisoning. Do I preserve Yippee? This thing could be really useful if we get Psychic. But who would I go into? I think we gotta take the risk that Confusion KOs. Dang it. First death. I didn't know who could be a clean switch. I guess I could have gone into Bruce and just taken it out with an Acrobatics. I don't know. I still think, you know, it's no fun if we don't lose some Pokemon, I guess. I just wish it wasn't Yippee. He was a happy guy and it was his birthday. But we have done it. We took down Xavier. Yeah, F you, Xavier. You killed my son. You killed Yippee. Yippee was my son. Honestly, I thought the stuff with the Abyssal Cult and Damien happened before the gym, so I thought this episode would end up being a bit longer. Yeah, and then these guys are going to tell us that they have kidnapped Damien. But Damien's going to have to wait, because I need a whole new team to do that. Ooh, which actually is a problem, because oh no, I got paid by Xavier. I was tapped out of cash from grinding before then. Yeah, and as you can see, Yippee is permanently dead. Insurgence does not let you re-heal your Pokemon. Yippee, you're being watched over by Zekrom now. It's always a shame to lose a Pokemon, but, you know, at least he went out a hero. But yeah, that is going to be the end of this episode here. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed recording it, minus the unfortunate loss of Yippee. Probably could have been avoided. Gym might have been a little bit anticlimactic. I'm debating going to hard mode, but really, for me, Pokemon difficulty basically all comes down to leveling up your team. I think it'll shift later on in the game as we face more difficult Pokemon. Mega Beedrill was kind of just a taste of Mega Evolution and with one of the weaker ones. But flying types, I think, really treat us well. I think it's funny. we only had one bird. It was mostly bats. But once I get this episode out, we will be deciding what our next type will be, and actually, you guys will already know. Will know by the time you're watching this, or will be able to find out immediately after. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you all in the next one. And remember, until next time, Hail Gerald.